morning, everyone. Welcome back. Just got off a early morning Steady Trade team webinar. Let me go here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Early morning Steady Trade team webinar. We already went over ISPC in pretty extreme detail. 8:01 a.m. So again, if you're not familiar with the Steady Trade team, Alex will drop a link. It's the intensive mentorship program that I do. Thousands and thousands of webinars. Today I did one right at 8 a.m. And we broke down ISPC. So it's the value of the Steady Trade team. I'm live, 10 to 12 times a week, every single week for 7 years. Most webinars, 45 minutes long, fully interactive. I answer every single question. So check out the Steady Trade team. Anyway, ISPC, former runner from last year, low float, decent volume, 250 level is key. This was an okay runner Friday into after hours. Breaking previous day's highs is confirmation. Shorts are stuck in this. Oracle sees major resistance is 269. As always, Oracle loves dip and rips as well as I. And then I went into the significance of 250. It's, we've got multiple time frame multiple indicator alignment, I should say. It's Friday's highs, it's pre-market resistance, it's current VWAP, and it's resistance on the daily chart back 6 months or so. And then I also drew a whiteboard kind of going over that, the significance. So what I expect to see on ISPC, the more this coils, okay, so what I'm denoting, I know my handwriting is pretty sloppy, 269 channel to the upside, basically that Oracle level. 250 is the channel to the downside, which is Oracle, as well as that whole, or not Oracle, VWAP, as well as a whole dollar, half dollar. So the more this coils between those lines, the more I expect a violent move one way or the other. So what's great about a stock like this, again, if you can get a borrow, if this breaks below 250, I think you get a violent move to the downside. If it breaks above 269, I think you get a violent move to the upside. So that's what's great about these volatile stocks. I mean, hey, listen, it's just 4 letters to me. Remember, ISPC, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't care what it is. It's 4 letters. That's all it is. And it's low float, and it's got the coiling action we look for. So that being said, if you're long bias, look for a break above 269. If you're short bias and you got to borrow on this, look for breakdowns below 250. Maybe trade them both. I mean, that's the great thing about this. Again, if you got a margin account, you got to borrow. Listen, this thing gaps down at the market open. You can probably short it in the washout. And then if it starts grinding back towards 260 in the afternoon, go long the 2 p.m. break. So that's what's great about these stocks. Be agile. Don't form a bias either way. It's just a trashy float rotation play. That's all it is. Speaking of ISPC, let me get to breaking news. Breaking news does say momentum mover, looks like a Twitter pump. No news that I see. So just keep that in mind. Wouldn't surprise me to, it kind of smells like today's chat pump. I do need to add that to news. Not a ton of stuff out there. So update on ISPC. Sure smells like the chat pump du jour. Keep a close eye on breaking news. All right. Jay says my top. Yeah, LVTX. LVTX, again, we already went over this one in the Steady Trade team. Up bright and early. Before this spike, the market cap on StocksToTrade is real time. So the stock's up 100%. So basically, this thing was a $50 million market cap, and they got a $50 million upfront payment. So all patterns apply to LVTX. Volume, I would like to see more than 2.3 million shares. It's not terrible. It's not great. But yeah, again, when you got a 50 million upfront payment on a 50 million market cap, dip and rips, VWAP reclaims, afternoon VWAP holds, et cetera, et cetera. Big payment ABCT, yeah, this thing's been a nice Oracle play all last week. You guys know, we discussed this a lot. I am not, and one thing I will always say, track your data, track your data, track your data. Find what works for you, okay? Now, I am not a big fan of the true pennies, which ABCT is. But man, Oracle had a nice play on this on Friday. I think it was like a 38-cent entry. I mean, it went to 42. I know, it's like 4 cents, but I don't know. That's what I would do. I mean, at the end of the day, you got a 40 break and probably a 38-cent stop, and then a goal maybe up here in the mid 40s. I don't know. And that's not a bash. The reason I say track your data. Listen, if you find, and I kind of fell off my point. Okay, listen, if you find that what works best for you is trading true pennies, then I'm going to be the guy that, like if you're like, if you come to me, you send me an email, whatever, and you're like, Tim, I'm the last 10 days, I'm 8 out of 10 green trading true penny stocks. I'm going to be like, dude, don't do anything else. You're 8 out of 10, the last 10 trading days, trading 30 cent, 40 cent, 5 cent stocks. I'm going to tell you, ignore the $4, $5, $3, $8, the stuff that I like. I'm going to tell you, ignore every single true penny or higher price penny stock and focus on the true pennies. So now, I think if you track your data over time, you won't find consistency in them. That's why I hate them. Oracle play. Now, speaking of true penny stocks, I don't hate FFIE. Mainly because this was a big runner back in June or July. So nice Oracle level right there at 91 cents. See that? So I'm going to grab this. At least this is almost $1, so. Then probably risk the lower level. Let me do that in red. Makes more sense if I do it in red. So, right there. I mean, momentum runner, EVs. They got some news. Breaking news says Faraday Futures announces comprehensive governance revenue to major shareholders and new financing. So, you got some news. It's EV stock. So, FFIE Oracle levels. Man, some of you guys watching sober. Hey, I'm holding out hopes, but I don't know. It's just the bummer with sober is the headlines failed or faded. So I don't know. Danny, it's just we've had no follow-up announcements on the news from day one, So watch for news. That's the best I can tell you. I wouldn't be in any hurry to trade a red or trade anything on. So you need a headline. So sorry, don't blame me. It's just that NTSB news. Remember, I did a YouTube video this weekend. Man, it was incredible. What was it? A week ago Friday. Incredible runner. It was already up 100%. When I went over it live in that video, it went up $3 more or something. But we've just had no follow-up news on that mandatory breathalyzer stuff. So, LITM, yeah. This lithium play, man, love this as a red to green. So this is the lithium play. Kind of just looks like profit taking this morning, probably baiting in shorts. So Remember, lithium is the warming up sector right now. Very solid red to green. Otherwise, let it die. EVTL, yeah. EVTL, that space play from Friday. Woo! Yeah. Thank you, Parker. Of course, this was on the weekend watch list. Yes, yes, yes. Volume stinks. Volume really, really stinks. 11,000 shares. But if this goes green, it'll wake up. But yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Parker. Keep this on watch all week, this space play. You know, we got a ton of space stuff coming. And again, I know this is very loosely space-based, but it's why it's been moving. Speaking of that, interesting space news. Thank you, breaking news, man. A robotic spacecraft rammed itself into an asteroid at 14,000 feet today to demonstrate NASA's future ability to defend Earth. The DART spacecraft plans to smash into a rock the size of a football stadium with enough force to nudge it ever so... Oh, man. I mean, what do you think? Is this a good idea? I mean, this is kind of like... This is always how, like, the Doomsday movies start. They're like, hey, let's mess around with an asteroid. Whoops! Whoops! Instead of pushing it away from Earth, we pushed it towards Earth. Whoops! Sorry, guys. Anyway, hopefully they don't do that. AMPX. Yeah, AMPX is that lithium play. AMPX was on the weekend watch list. And AMPX, again, I think you got to wait for 1350, 1450. But AMPX totally in play. Okay, mains, ISPC's holding that channel. So I'm going to go back to the whiteboard. 3.5 or 3.25 million shares traded at 845. You know, that's half the float. It's holding the channel. I think, I would say don't have a bias on this. I think we get a violent move at these two levels. So if you're short bias, this thing fails on 250, I think you got a good opportunity. If you're long bias, this breaks 270, I think you got a great long opportunity. Don't get biased, you know, if it breaks one way or the other. So probably number one for now. LVTX, not bad. I like the lithium plays. So stay safe, friends. Still kind of quiet out there. But at least, I mean, listen, it is kind of quiet out there, but at least, like, the market's down 0.5%. Like, geez. I mean, listen, on Friday, I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to have 1,000-point gap down on Monday. So be happy. I mean, it didn't look good. Like, markets bounced into the close, but at 3 p.m. on Friday, it was like, oh, God, it's going to get ugly on Monday. So anyway, encouraging that we held so far, encouraging that we're only down 0.5%. Stay agile. Check out the StocksToTrade team. And Alex will drop a link, and we'll see you next time. Oh, I almost played music. I got to remember I'm on YouTube. Can't play music on YouTube.